Hey, it's Dave with TopTunes.rocks. I'm here with part 2 with Sean. Earlier he was talking about the Nova Home Loans Bowl that's coming up here in Arizona. This time we're going to be talking about barbecue. I'm going to say 2 words, grill master. Sean's going to elaborate on the rest of it because you have some accolades to talk about. Am I right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So, I want to say it was about 5 years ago. I've always been into cooking, for one. I went to culinary school. That's what I thought I was going to do. I thought I was going to grow up and be a chef. I realized real quick there's no money in that, and you got to work when everyone else is playing. And I'm decent at sales, so that's how. Long story short, I got into mortgages, but I've always just been interested in food. I've always been really good at cooking, and it's just been one of those things that's a talent of mine. So I went to help a buddy at a competition called Grills Gone Wild, and that's coming up. It's awesome. It's been there. I think they're like 8 years running. It's a great barbecue competition. All the proceeds go to a charity. It's cool. Pretty much everything I do has to be community first. It's just something I really believe in. So we try to stay involved in those types of things. So I just helped the buddy do the smoking competition. I never smoked anything in my life, and it was fantastic. And I just thought, man, this is so much fun. And then my wife and I went out and we bought a smoker, I think within a week of that competition. And then it came around the next year, and I said, I'm going to enter. I'm probably not going to win, but I'm going to enter.
Worth a shot.
Right?
Yeah.
So we entered. We ended up getting first place, People's Choice.
Nice.
We tied for second for Judge's Choice, so we ended up getting third for Judge's Choice. That's what they settled on, and then we got Grand Champion because between our People's Choice votes and our Judge's Choice votes, we had the most votes just of everybody in there, and so we got Grand Champion. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
There were some pissed off
veteran
barbecuers.
They were.
Yeah, how would you feel some guy just walks in and just steals your thunder?
It's funny that you say that because everybody pretty much, I think they smelled the newbie on me when I came in, right? So
this guy over here, look at this guy.
So what happens is when we get there, everybody likes us. We're talking, we're sharing stuff. By the time we're done and we won all those awards, people didn't even want to let us help them pack their car. They were like we pissed some veteran barbecuers off. So that's how it started, and then we did it the next year, and we won first, and so we just so we won again, and then we just won a competition. What was it, 2 weeks ago? It was at Brewhouse, another local company, actually right around the corner from here.
Okay.
One of my favorite places.
Is that the place off of Camino Martin over
Sure
there?
is.
Yeah.
Camino Martin, so Brewhouse, one of my favorite places.
Owners are great.
Owners are fantastic, family-oriented people. You can bring your kids. They have root beer on tap. They have a very unique beer called Chiltepin Red Ale. It's a little spicy, but not too much to put your mouth on fire, just enough so you get that heat in your mouth and it goes away. It's fantastic. So that's kind of what addicted me to going there. So we put a barbecue competition together. I think it was last year, and I didn't compete because I was like, man, if I keep winning all these competitions, I'm not going to get invited to anymore. So I judged. I judged that one. So I didn't compete. So this year I said, you know what, I'm going to compete. But what they did this year is they decided, let's bring in some people that compete on the main circuit, on the professional circuit.
Are you talking like national, like from out of other states and everything?
Yeah.
Like a couple of them were local guys, but then a couple of them were like, these guys had these barbecue grill rigs that had to come in on a trailer and that were just like intimidating.
Are you serious?
They were crazy. Yeah,
on a trailer.
Yeah, they were, and their ribs were fantastic because we all, we're competing, but we're all friendly, so we share food and whatnot. And I tried their ribs, and I was like, oh man, I'm a little worried because these are so good. And then they end up getting second place, and I got first place. So I beat these guys that compete for professional competitions, and so I was pretty proud of that. And then we've got a competition coming up in February that's at Freedom RV. It's the longest running barbecue competition in Arizona. So this one is a little more closer to the professional level. There is a cash prize to this one, and there's more meats being cooked. So typically I just do ribs at these competitions. That's kind of my go-to. That's what I'm really good at. this new competition at Freedom RV is going to have ribs, tri-tip, chicken, and then it just says pork. So I think we get to pick a pork dish. It's new to me, so I'm still a little fuzzy on those rules. But I'm a little nervous for this one. It might break my winning streak, but I'm just excited to go compete. So with all that being said, myself and a gentleman named Val Romero, who calls himself the King of Barbecue, he dresses up like Elvis. If anybody sees a
you
guy,
gotta go check him out, man.
Yeah.
Dude is, and he's super cool.
the nicest guy, believes totally in mahalo and just has that Hawaii kind of personality to him.
Okay.
Nicest guy ever. But he dressed up like Elvis, and his belt says barbecue on it. He owns Arizona Grill and Hearth on Speedway, and I want to say Columbus.
Okay.
So once a month we do a barbecue class there to teach people how to do the ribs that we do to compete and win. So not only do we can teach them how to cook ribs, we teach them how to cook ribs, chicken, tri-tip, pulled pork. We do smoked micheladas. We do a dessert dish.
Cheese.
We do a cold
Cheese,
smoked
man.
cheese. Super easy. One of the easiest things that we do, but everybody goes crazy for it. They love the stuff. So we just kind of teach you these little tricks that will teach you how to just really be a backyard barbecue legend, is what we say. So you don't have to be, ready to go, compete on Food Network to be a good, backyard barbecue.
Yeah.
What's the biggest mistake rookie barbecuers make that you have to kind of correct them and fix them?
It takes people a while to get used to low and slow, right?
Okay.
Low and
Because if you're used to cooking on a grill,
Mm-hmm.
it cooks fast. You got high heat in there. You could get a grill, like a gas grill, up to maybe, I don't know, let's say 1,000 degrees. You get those things hot, right?
Yeah.
So you pop a steak on there, sear it, rest it. You're done in 5-6 minutes. On a smoker, you're looking up to 6 hours, sometimes even longer, depending on the cut of meat you're doing. You can do, it could be 12 hours, even more. Some people smoke things for 48 hours. It just really depends. So that low and slow, people will just say they think it's taking too long. They'll crank the heat up. They'll sear foil to their meat. There's just so many little mistakes that you're going to make in the beginning. Hey, I made them too. It took me a lot of just over and over and over to get my rib recipe down. So much so that my wife always makes fun of me because I hate leaving work early. I typically don't leave work till 6:30, maybe even 7 sometimes. But when we decided to do this rib competition, I said maybe 3-4 times in like a 2-week period, I got to go home early to cook ribs. So I had to keep doing it. I had to perfect that recipe and get my secret in there. Now, a little secret that I can give out. So when you're cooking for judges, the way I'm winning is I'm adding spice. I'm adding heat. So what happens is you can have a fantastic cook on your ribs and they can be good, but if you've got too sweet or too salty or just one or the other, and you're not mixing sweet, salty, and spicy in there, and I'm competing, you're probably going to lose because
Nice.
I'm getting
Dude's a
those
pirate,
layers,
man.
those
Yeah.
layers.
He's a pirate.
Barbecue pirate right there, dude.
Gives those layers of flavor. So if I got one plug, it's going to be TucsonGrillMasters.com. You can sign up for a class. We've got one on the 18th of January. It's going to be fantastic. We've never had somebody leave not full and super happy, sometimes drunk. So.
And then 2 cool things about that class. Sean usually serves up Filthy Pirate coffee brew
Perfect.
and meat rub as well. We
Right.
do a
Perfect.
coffee rub that's fantastic.
I created
Everywhere.
Awesome. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Keyword everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So little bit of tailgating barbecue. Sean's wearing Green Bay. Tell us a little story about your Green Bay love.
All right, so I'd never really been into football too big, but my son just loves the Green Bay Packers, and then my brother is engaged to marry somebody from Wisconsin. Their whole family loves the Green Bay Packers. Truth be told, I was originally a 49ers fan coming from California.
Okay.
But I just, watching the Packers all the time, I just fell in love with the team. I like the story behind them. I like the Lambeau Field story. And, we've just, for the last maybe 5-6 years, just been Packers fans.
And the cool thing is you talk about community, too. They're owned by the people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
I think they're the only one, or maybe there's one other one, but I'm pretty sure there might be the only ones that are owned by the people. So that's
Right,
really
right.
cool.
Yeah, community. I mean, it draws me to these certain types of teams, jobs, extracurricular
awesome.
activities. That's what we do.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time again, Sean and Dan. We're going to conclude this one. You got anything you want to add?
Yeah,
real quick? We got
just
a couple seconds.
filthypirate.org, and you can pick up our coffee online, or you can pick it up at Amazing Discoveries at 2410 East Broadway. And thanks to Right On Optics, another partner.
Good. Yeah, thanks again to filthypirate.org for putting
Thank
this
you,
together
Sean.
tonight.
Barbecue Pirate
TopTunes.rocks
right
is
here.
where we're at. If you want to join in on one of these, contact us and we'll set it up. Again, thank you for your time, and we appreciate you and your views. Thank you.